Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of Birdies with Boynsy. Today we're on the putting green. I've been asked, Liam and Sam, they love a request. They want to know how to read a green, how to read a putt, which way is it going to break. I've got a few hints and tips that will help you read the greens a little bit better. So the first thing we can do once we're on the putting green is try and identify the high point and see which way the ball's going to fall from. It's not as obvious on some holes, but on the fifth here at the Weald, we can see that the high point is quite clearly up here and the low point is down there. So the ball is going to feed from this putt here particularly left to right. Other holes might not be as straightforward as that, but there'll always be one side that's higher than the other, and that will normally be the way the ball breaks. So the next bit of information I've got for you comes in two parts really. First of all, we can pay attention when we're on the green to our playing partner's shots. If they're chipping on, if they're putting from further away than us. If we're not sure about the break, pay attention to what their ball does. Is their ball going to miss high or low? Does it have as much break, and is it coming from the same angle as you thought? You can't stand directly behind your playing partner and watch their putt to get the line. But if you're standing at a close enough angle to not disturb them and paying enough attention, you'll be able to gauge the break on the putt. So if the cameraman just stays there, who is clearly not right behind me, we'll still be able to see a rough idea of the way this putt breaks. So I just gave it a little bit too much respect. Use that to your knowledge if you're then putting from closer. We don't want to then allow for too much break and have it over borrowed. The putt hasn't broke as much as I thought. If you're putting second from closer, use that to your advantage. Part two to that, we're looking at the chip onto the green. We've just watched our playing partners putt from on the green and gained a bit of information from that, but we can be paying attention from even earlier, just off the green, in and around the vicinity of the green. Only little chips on, not shots from like 50, 70 yards. We don't want to be worrying about the break of those. We just want to be getting those on the green. But when we're close to the green, how many times have you been playing and your playing partner's hit a lovely little chip towards the flag, but you haven't even seen the ball roll there? You don't know how it's got there. If we're paying attention earlier, we can gain a little bit of information and use that to our advantage. So we've already seen the way the putt breaks on here. Let's have a little look with the chip, and you can just be paying attention to that. Just see it diving towards the hole at the end, that little left to right break. Final bit of information I've got for you, Liam and Sam, and everyone else watching, for reading the greens, is to know the pace you're going to hit the putts at. If you're hitting the putts too hard, they're not going to have as much break. I've done a video on this previously on the 10th that's obviously a lot more slopey green, but hitting one that takes the break out and letting one dive in. You want to get those putts past the hole. Pay attention to the ball once it rolls past the hole. We're not going to read every putt right, but all of these bits of information can help us to get the putts closer. So when we're just tidying up, we've already seen this ball roll past. It just wants to be inside that right edge, and then let's roll the rock, little bit of break. So that putt only just caught the left edge because I didn't give it enough pace. I read the line for the pace I wanted to hit the ball on and then didn't hit it hard enough. So I actually had the right line, but I didn't hit it on the pace. It was just hard enough to catch the edge. Sometimes we might read the greens right and not hit the ball hard enough or the putt hard enough, and sometimes we might hit the putt too hard for the line we pick. So that's important to know your pace. That'll help you read the greens if you get a consistent roll, a consistent speed with the putt, because we're going to keep taking the same amount of break on the greens. Right, Liam and Sam, hope that helped. I'm sure you'll see me in the car park and ask for another little bit of advice. Maybe we'll book a lesson in, we'll get you down on the range and have a look at those swings. Had some new clubs delivered. We're going to do a what's in the bag soon, and we're going to get back out on the course and get through all those requests we've had. Have a good weekend golfing, everyone.